What if I told you you are your most attractive self when you move on? You are your most attractive self when you finally don't want anything from them. Don't you hate it when you stop liking someone, they start liking you back? But then when you start liking them, they stop liking you back? What's up with that? Well, I'm gonna reveal to you why that is and how you could use it to your advantage. Because at the end of the day, you are doing something that's turning them on and turning them off. And I discovered what that is. And I've helped thousands of people reverse any power dynamic with just the strategies we're gonna be talking about today. And to illustrate this point, and if you stick to the end, I'm gonna show you the 2 tactics, which is really all you need, to reverse almost any situation where somebody left you or somebody's not paying attention to you or you're the one that's chasing when in reality they were the one that was chasing you. These 2 strategies are so simple that a caveman can do it. So stick to the end. Let's begin with the story. One of my cousins, who is kind of similar to me in mannerisms, he moved to the Dominican Republic, right? He's one of those guys that he loves big women. He does not like skinny women. If you have an average cholesterol count, that guy will not want to see you. He likes thickness, people. Like fucking on the door to death itself. Like, just I swear to God, I'm like, bro, you got a fade or anyways, long story short. So he was a player. Like, he was dating a bunch of women and he had a lot of women who were after him, right? And one of the girls that he really liked didn't like him back. And he was crushing after her for that whole summer. And I knew her. She lived down the block. And he would tell me, Alexis, like, why don't she like me? And I'm like, dude, like, you're all on her. Like, she notices you looking at her when she walks by the street. Like, you gotta give her some space. Long story short, he finally got a girlfriend by the end of that summer. And the girl started noticing his behavior change. Now, they used to chat sometimes. They knew the same people. I knew some of the same people. And I would notice the way he would talk with her when he was really into her was a wreck. And the funny thing is that he couldn't tell why she didn't like him. The thing is, he never gave her space. Every time he would enter the room, he would freaking look at her. Then he started acting differently. And that behavior, for some reason, caught the attention of the girl. All of a sudden, she started texting. She started asking me about him, what happened, what's going on, why I don't see him around as much, who's the girl, why is he all of a sudden a little bit distant. She picked up on that energy pretty soon, which made me realize that maybe she did like him. I'm gonna tell you what he did, but something very interesting happened. When I saw them at a meetup, we were at a friend's place. The way that he talked to her was more relaxed. He looked bored, but the difference is that because he's such high energy, when he's actually bored, he's actually very normal. Not normal, but like very like chilled or very relaxed. Rather than that intense look that he gives you when he's paying attention, he was more looking around. He was moving slower. Heck, he even fucking had a pick in his mouth. It's fucking crazy. And the body language was very similar to how I'm sitting. And the girl was literally like sitting close, but she was like this looking. And I started observing. I'm like, I don't think he notices that what he is doing is how he should behave all the time to lower his energy. Honestly, all he has to do is practice meditation, because meditation will lower your energy so that you come across as more relaxed. So even his voice, I heard his voice be more like this, relaxed, because when you're relaxed, the tiny muscles in your throat gets also relaxed, and so you're able to talk in a more relaxed way, and it came across as more attractive. So you want to know what happened towards the end? Well, let me first tell you what he did differently. He started seeing her less. That's one big one. He wasn't going to the meetups that we used to hang out with. We used to go to a salsa meetup where people used to dance. He stopped going there. So she noticed to the meetups less, which goes into the principle of presence and absence.
Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave, create value through scarcity.
Right? Presence and absence. By you not being seen as often, you make people think, what's going on? There's something changed. Is something different in you. When I looked at his text, as I told him about this, his text messages all of a sudden became shorter, more concise, and less frequent, and they took a little bit longer to respond. And then all of that created an overall energy. The truth is, he moved on. But the reality was, that whole moving on came across as more attractive. And so she became attracted to him. Now, this worked. Not because she didn't like him. I genuinely believe she liked him. I just think that he was such a goofball that she had a hard time respecting him. As soon as he started acting, as soon as he genuinely moved on, because he was like, fuck it, this is not gonna work out, and he got himself a girl, all of a sudden, she started paying attention to him. The thing is that when you genuinely move on from people, you start to do everything that I say in this channel. Everything that I say, I had a client a few weeks ago says, Father Alex, what should I do? And I was like, move on from them. And they're like, but how do I get them to chase me? And I'm like, look, I told you, if I tell you exactly what to do, you're gonna make mistakes because you're not really you do the thing that causes you to do everything correctly, which is if you genuinely move on, you will do everything that I say in my videos. And so people have a spidey sense when you stop liking them. They can sense that. And some people get offended by that. And this is like a general energy that people sense. And even with friends, when you are sick and tired of one of your friends being an asshole to you, as soon as you say, you know what, I'm done being friends with them, as soon as you do that, you know what happens? They start to behave. All of a sudden, they want to be around you. All of a sudden, they start inviting you more. They're more warm. The coldness goes away, right? Why? Because people need to sense some coldness. When people only sense warmth, they're not stimulated by you. It's the coldness that makes you more tantalizing, more stimulating. So what ended up happening with those two? Well, you know what? He ended up dumping his girl, getting with her, a few months later, getting engaged, getting married, and now having kids. That's what ended up happening, right? It's funny, right? Because that's usually one of those situations where I think nothing will work out, but we're Latinos. We have a weird way of mating, of interacting. But that was a lesson that I learned, how I find fascinating with my guy friends that when I see them talk to women, like for example, when I went in college, my guy friends, they were pretty cool guys, right? But all of a sudden, when they would talk to, and this will happen to me too. I did that shit too. When I would talk to a girl, my personality changed. Even people say, dude, can you just act how you act around us, around her, please? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not acting. The problem is that it's very, very, very hard to notice yourself overacting because you're so insecure. You're thinking of yourself so much. You're thinking about how you're coming across, that it's very hard to tell when you're going too far. Only somebody else who's listening or who has a YouTube channel who offers one-on-one coaching to people to break down their behavior and see how they're messing up in their relationships by clicking on the description down below. Only honest feedback from either your friends or a YouTuber or a family member that will tell you what to do. I did that in Italy. I sensed I was doing something to push people away. I sensed it because I was like, yo, people don't like me. I am doing something wrong. And I remember there was this girl, and I am grateful for her because I could tell that she was like me in terms of being honest. She told me she lost friends because of honesty. I was like, I like her. And I asked her, I was like, yo, what am I doing for people not to like me? Because I could sense it. And she was like, you're too confident. I'm like, that sounds like a backhanded compliment. But she was like, no, like you're so positive that sometimes you don't notice yourself speaking over people. And they're like, you're too overbearing, just lean back. The next day I did that because all of a sudden, I swear to God, my roommates and the people who I was living with were like, dude, something's different in you. And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. A part of me was like, hey, what do you mean? But I was like, nah, I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. They were like, something's different in you. I don't know what it is, so something's different. And I'm like, bitch, I bet you because I fucking took that advice. So just pay attention whenever you whenever you don't like someone. And notice that behavior because that is the behavior you want to imitate people. Just have in common, well, that you're unpredictable. When you are in love, when you are obsessed, when you start acting creepy, you start to become predictable. All of this entails learning how to be more unpredictable. And that's what he began doing. At first, he was predictable because she knew exactly where he's gonna be at. She knew exactly where he was looking. She knew exactly what he was thinking. She knew exactly what he wanted. As soon as he broke the pattern, stopped calling, stopped texting, stopped being around where she was gonna be, all of a sudden now he became way more difficult to read. All of a sudden now you're unpredictable. And you wanna know why? Robert Greene, let them know.
Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Humans are creatures of habit, with an insatiable need to see familiarity in other people's actions. Your predictability gives them a sense of control. Turn the tables. Be deliberately unpredictable. Behavior that seems to have no consistency or purpose will keep them off balance, and they will wear themselves out trying to explain your moves. Taken to an extreme, this strategy can intimidate and terrorize.
No. Unpredictability is what we're really going after. And
so a lot of you guys have been asking me, how can I purchase all of your courses in one go? Well, if you guys want to purchase all of them, you guys can join the Mindful Attraction University, people. Yeah, that's right. And in this, you'll be able to access all of my courses for $3.99. Initially, if you purchase all of my courses, Emotional Mastery, Psychological Game of Attraction, my new course, The Feminine Woman, Natural Chemistry, Charisma Blueprint, Nice Girl, you guys can purchase all of it for $600, but with the bundle deal, you guys can purchase it for $3.99. Or you guys can purchase it in 3 easy payments of $125, people. Yeah, that's right. Or you guys can purchase it with the bonuses. So you not only do you get the courses, but the bonuses. And that comes down to $7.99 or 4 easy and mindful payments of $199. Now, these bonuses are not regular bonuses. These bonuses are legit, almost like courses within a course, right? So you guys can just click on the description down below and explore the types of bonuses. For example, I have bonuses on how to get over your ex, how to become more creative, how to, especially in the feminine woman, I have a bonus about how to penetrate the mind and how to speak in a way that gets people to do what you want them to do. Like, it's honestly one of the craziest sections that I've ever made, because most of these courses, people, I come up with those ideas in meditation retreats. Nobody goes to the extent that I go. I go to meditation retreats to create these courses. There's a 14-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, just ask me for the money back within 14 days, and I'll give you all the money back. Father Alex has never rejected a money-back offer if I offered it. So, and if you guys already purchased one of my courses, for example, and you guys want to get the bonuses while getting a discount, you know what I'm saying? I have discount codes for people who purchase my courses. So if you purchase my courses, just send me a private message. Or if you work with me one-on-one, I'll give you a big discount for the courses. And there I can help all of you guys understand that this is a movement. Most people never knew this type of knowledge before. And I am trying to empower women across the world and liberate them from these negative and one-sided relationships through these courses. So hopefully you guys can spread the message and help other people out. And I'll see you guys inside. Or else I'm close to the